So all 4 of those pieces have been annealed. I left them, I turned the forge on, and I let them cool down really nice and slow with the forge. So they should be nice and soft. It's gonna be tougher to cut than the mild steel of the last time, but having annealed them is gonna make this a lot easier. What's pretty cool is from the oxidation alone, you can see a lot of the pattern. Really excited. Let me explain a little bit of my plan for the day. So, you've seen me make the prototype hinge. That's good. These are gonna be very much along the same lines in terms of what I'm gonna do. On each of these, I'm gonna mill down the sides so they're all an equal width. From there, I'm then gonna drill a hole, and from there, I'm then going to be milling into each one to make sure that I have pairs that'll then be able to work together with a pin. If I can get all that done today, we're golden. Now, if you were to ask me on a scale of 1 to 10 how nervous I am about this whole project, probably like a 50. With the prototype hinges, on a scale of 1 to 10, I was probably right about a 9. Now that I've spent 3 days working on the Damascus steel, I'm really nervous. By the way, guys, I forgot to tell you, this showed up the other day. Now, you know I made my own 1 kilogram silver play button. Well, YouTube, almost 180,000 subscribers too late, finally sent me the real one. So thanks, YouTube, appreciate it. One of the great things of having such awesome people subscribe to my channel is there are lots of very intelligent people who are very well versed in a lot of the things that I'm doing. Which is good, because I get to learn a lot. And some folks kindly recommended on the last video I did, instead of having this the other way around, where the piece was stacked against the moving jaw, which obviously is less accurate, this time I'm gonna put the piece against the solid jaw with parallels underneath stacked to raise it up a little bit. And because it's a taper, I'm then going to keep the steel on the steel, put the wedge on the wood, and then I can close this once my thumb is out of there, and I'll hopefully be able to get a good grip. I'm gonna be using this mill right here, little carbide tips on it, so that's gonna go in there. So I'm gonna pull this up, I'm gonna face that off until there's true material, flip it upside down, do the same thing on the other side. We're gonna get all 4 matching on the widths. See you in a bit. So right now I have, I think these are going to be pretty well paired up. I have them all pretty close, and what I'm going to do is, I didn't want to do the bulk of the machining like that because I didn't know how good of a grip I can get. But what I am going to do is, with each pair, I'm going to put them in the vise 2 by 2, and then I'm going to take one final cut. Everything's now lined up and even. This is great, they're all even. Now what I need to do is I need to drill the holes. And I've been debating what size pin I want to do on this, and I think I want to do a 6mm pin. There's certainly no structural reason for it being any larger, and this could mean that I can get the finished thing, once it's ground and stuff like that, to be a little more dainty, a little more aesthetically pleasing. I also plan to do some more forging to this later. Bear that in mind. Wait till you see that. I think that's what's gonna happen. It's all a vague plan in my head, but I think it's all gonna be good. So now I need to drill a hole, and I'm gonna drill a 6mm hole. I'm gonna do that all on the Bridgeport, of course, again. Never compromise what's right in a local family name. It's now eating time. my favorite part of the day. This is great. On the menu today is a delicious meal that I prepared this morning. Carrots, broccoli, and a load of sausages. And a load of tomato sauce too. Like it's great. It's like half healthy and half heart attack. This is exactly the food that I like. Smells like deliciousness. Wonderful, that was delicious. Back to thinking about the work at hand. So they all look a little bit like this. One thing to note, you know the one with the delamination? I milled the most serious delamination. I can't remember which one it is because now I can't find it. But there was a rather serious delamination in here. That's now gone. So I've milled that out. It might show up a little bit later. We'll see once I end up grinding the rest of it. But otherwise, I'm pretty happy with that. So right now, you can see obviously the hole is way away from the end. I could mill all that stuff down, but that's gonna take a while, and I could probably use the Damascus for something else. So what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna chuck each one in the bandsaw there and just slice off a little bit. It's nice and soft, so I think that'll go nice and fast. I've got a wedge on that one side since it's tapered. It's in there nice and solid. I'm gonna go ahead and start doing it. And I'm gonna show you, this thing is gonna cut like butter. There we go. And would you look at that? We're done. I can save that piece of Damascus for something else. They're all cut, and that did go like butter, cut through real easy. I now need to start on the difficult stuff. The really difficult stuff, the part of it which I'm most worried about. And this is actually machining the whatchamawhatsits for the parts of the hinge that actually makes it function. This is where it gets difficult. I have a carbide end mill in my mill. This is Damascus steel. Obviously it's nice and soft, so I probably don't even need the carbide, but I got carbide in there. I don't know how I'm gonna mount it. I don't know any way of how I'm gonna get this to work well. I'm gonna try, and hopefully when I next talk to you, I'll be close to having these kind of work-ish. Yeah, I lied, I'm back straight away, because I just came up with this way of mounting it. So I have a pair here. Now this is, so it's not the same cut both ways, it's opposite cuts. One of them's a negative, one of them's a positive, right? I think that's the best way of doing it, since then I can just move along the exact diameter of this, and I know we're all good using the DRO, right? I have this piece of aluminium that has holes in it that I'm just about trusting are accurate. I'm then gonna make sure that it's accurate by spinning it around and seeing that it's the same. I've suspended the pieces. They're in these pieces of steel here, so I have support a lot higher up. And now I think I will be able to clamp these, check it, make sure it's all in, nice and tight, and I think this is gonna go well. I'm confident that that's a good way to hold it. We'll find out if one of these comes out and hits me in the face, then that's an answer as to it's not. I am really happy right now. I only broke one end mill, which is good. So I might end up running low if I break another one. I was pushing it too hard, and I was actually not conventional milling, and I think that's why it went bad. So don't be lazy, kids. Be real machinists, not pretend machinists like me. But I believe this is gonna work perfectly. If I take these out of the vise, they should be very close to fitting, if not already fitting. Perfect. I'm gonna be able to file that just beautifully. You can see how close it is to fitting. A little bit of file work and that's gonna fit wonderfully. I've got this little piece of Damascus that's an offcut, probably from this same billet actually. I wanna heat this up and draw this out so I can make some little buttons for the end of the pin that goes through the hinges. This also makes for a great opportunity to use Sam's new fork. Good to have that back in the workshop. Thank you, Sam, for letting me keep it. I now need to mill these up while that is heating up. Hopefully things go as well as they did on the last two, and then that's gonna make for a fantastic day's work. Oh yeah! I can't tell you how good it feels to have not messed these up. To have not gone through all of my end mills. Oh, this feels great. So I've just welded on a little handle on this little piece of Damascus steel. I will now put it in Sam's little forge. What an absolute blast today it's been. Thank you so much for joining me on this video. So much fun. I'm really pleased. It's so exciting to try things that you're utterly terrified about, and then it turns out it's easier than you thought. And it was fun the whole way through. So that's great. I love all of this. It's all such an incredible learning experience. All the better, as I always constantly say, for having you here. I'm really looking forward to tomorrow. I'm gonna be doing the final fitment of the actual moving parts of the hinges, and then getting on to either grinding the rest of the hinges or extending them and tapering them out a little bit. We'll see. I'll make that plan over tonight and tomorrow morning as I start working on them. I'm really looking forward to seeing you in that episode, because it's gonna be a lot of fun as ever. Please do be sure to click on one of these two videos. Love for you to go check out one of the other ones here. Random video and a new video. And of course, if you're new, hit subscribe, because I make videos as close as I can to every single day. It's a lot of fun having you here, and I'd love it if you would join me for the rest of the awesome videos that are to come. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.